Hello, my friends. It's Dawn Dykeman, and today I want to talk about sleeping and bedtime. So, we usually, if you have children or you've babysat children, you know that there's a routine that happens, right? And we work as parents for that routine so it works for us and it works for the child. Do you have a bedtime routine for yourself? We need it. We need it. There's so many things. Oh my gosh. I remember like sleep was almost non existent for me. Not because I couldn't sleep, I had insomnia. Nope. It's because I had really bad habits. And I thought it was, I was an adult and I could do whatever I want. And so I created some really bad habits for myself. So now I sleep really well. And the nights that I don't sleep well, because, I'm human and stuff goes on, right? It's not that bad because it's not going to be night after night after night after night that I don't sleep well. It's like going to be one or two and then right back into it. So I have a routine, and I think we all should have a routine. The very best thing that I probably did was take the TV out of the bedroom. I used to think, oh, I'll set the timer because, you can. And I would set the timer to go off, and the little warning is there saying 5 more minutes, and then it was going to turn off. And I'd be like, beep, 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 do it again, put it back up there. It was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm trying to get up at 5, or not 5, 7, and be out the door. So I was exhausted all the time. Like I was tired. So that's the best thing I ever did. So that's one thing. Second thing is the blue light. It does make a difference. You can see it. If you hang around kids, you can see the difference. And it happens to me. So I know it happens to you as well. Because I love to read before I go to bed, right? So sometimes my book is on my iPad. Blue light. Yeah. So I usually then will set a timer, not a timer, but I know that I can read one chapter or half a chapter, depending on the book, 4 pages, whatever it is. And then I have to turn it off and go to sleep because that way I get my reading in, but I'm not going to be so affected by the blue light. I do find though, when I do read on my iPad, it takes me a little bit longer just to fall asleep. So it does something. It does something. Third thing is I think we all need to snuggle the one we love. Whether that is your partner, your spouse, your child, your pet, plants, that's weird, but whatever you got to do. And even if it's, maybe your loved one is traveling or whatever, there's maybe you sit and you think about that person and then go to sleep. I think just having that connection just before you fall asleep is important. It's kind of calming when you can spend that time. Snuggle your loved one. Skincare, really important, right? We all know it. Gotta cleanse, you gotta moisturize. Self-care needs to be in your routine. This is not making sure the dishes are done because it drives you crazy that there's dishes in the sink. That's normal life, okay? Look after that. But self-care is maybe you sit and file your nails. Maybe it's a long hot bath. Maybe it's something just for you. Something that just brings you joy, whatever that might be. And it needs to be a routine. It needs to be there because you're important. Looking after yourself is important. So I'm giving you permission to do that. There you go. That's 5. 6 is the diffuser. This is probably the second biggest thing that I did in my life. Number 1, get the TV out. Number 2, bring the diffuser in. I have my favorite essential oils out there. Lavender, orange are usually always in there, but I got a bunch of others just sitting there just in case I feel like a little lemongrass, right? So it's amazing. You think that I was using it for like, I don't even know, long time. And I'm like, is it making a difference to my sleep? So then I didn't use it. I'm the experimenter, right? I didn't use it for a couple of 3 or 4 days. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going back to the diffuser. Yeah, it's just lovely throughout the evening. Yeah, you get a continuous calming effect, and it's amazing. My next experiment, totally off topic, is I'm going to use my Fitbit watch, and I'm going to use the sleep mode and see what the difference is, like without, maybe even what different oils are in there, and see, right? I don't know. It's experiment, and I like doing it, right? Temperature, number 7 is like the temperature and maybe a little bit of a heavier blanket. So if you have if you're had a busy day or whatever, yeah, just putting maybe a heavier blanket on there, I find is really, really soothing. And I just melt. Into the bed. I think I'm asleep within like minutes when I decide to roll over and close my book. And schedule it. And it sounds ridiculous. And I know our phones do it and whatever, because you can now turn on the alarm of this is the time I need to get up. So for me to get 8 hours sleep, what time do I need to go to bed? So you can time it. Yes. So I find that helpful. Like even just calculating that I get 7.5, right, hours, I just feel more refreshed in the morning. Yeah. And our bodies work so much better once we've had a good night's sleep, right? So can you do all of the steps at one time? No. You got to pick one or two, work on those. When it becomes a habit, put in another one. And then it becomes a habit, put in another one. So it's just continuous effort to making a good night's sleep, and then notice the difference. Yeah, you'll have more energy, more focused, the brain fog, yeah, it'll be reduced. It's just a good thing. So that's my 8 things on how to have a better nighttime routine. All right, catch you next time. Bye.